Alright, sorry about that, folks. We are live now, finally, with 5 minutes left to go in qualifying. Who do you think will win qualifying with 5 minutes left to go? Currently, Suniga leads by Stofko, Macklin, all within 2/10 of each other, followed by Terry, Castle, Nairati, Blundin, Cooper, McGavin. As it looks like both swine flu syndicates have trouble at opposite ends. Ronald Swanson so far shows the biggest gain right now. However, Matt Terry is closest to the line. As he comes across the line, he will improve but not gain any positions. We will slide over to Swanson as his nearly full second could jump him up a number of places. But can he hold on to that time? He just needs to make it through one more corner. Looks like he nails it perfectly. And he will jump all the way up into P9. Suniga looks poised to go faster. And he will go faster by about an extra 10th. However, Stofko invalidates his lap, so he will not have the opportunity just yet to beat that time. Lee Ung is so far the biggest gainer on track right now with 5/10 approaching the final corner. I do apologize for the technical difficulties, folks, as Lee Ung will cross the line and move up one spot into 17th. Next across the line looks to be Matt Terry. Will actually be number 16, but he is showing no improvement just yet, so Matt Terry will cross the line with his improvement. But again, not gain any positions out of it. 23 goes into the pits. Shooter McGavin's going to be next across the line with some improvement. Goes back up into P9, knocking Swanson to 10th. So far, not a lot of improvement looking around the board. Nairati is currently bouncing back and forth from red to green. Manages to just stay in bounds and gain 4/10 because of that. Keep the car straight, keep the car steady. He's not going to lose that much time. He'll lose about maybe half a 10th. He'll cross the line and pass Frank Castle going into 5th. Good showing by the On The Rush driver. Matt Terry, again, showing some improvement, but is it going to be enough? Can he catch Macklin and Stofko? He looks poised to do so, as Lee Ung's going to be next across the line. Is he going to have time? Is he going to have the energy as he goes to 16th and passes Breeze? Next across the line with a valid time is going to be Sean Shez of the Party Pickles. He will go from 18th to staying 18th. Unfortunate for him. A big gain, but not enough time. Currently, no one is in the greens right now closest to the line. Who of us is running in which cars? I want to know who I'm rooting for. Well, currently, you have Suniga, Stofko, Macklin, Terry, Nairati in the top 5. You can see that you have the car, Suniga in a Porsche, Stofko in a Ferrari, Terry in a BMW, Nairati in a McLaren. Just honestly pick a name and and I'll tell you if it's a good option to cheer for them or not. As Ricky Bobby is going to be next closest to approaching the line as Oplager Nairati. Yep, that is Mitchell Nairati, team on the rush, number 32. He's a decent he'll win. I'm not so sure about that. I think he'll do pretty good though. I'm not too worried. He's a consistent driver. He'll be just fine. Oh my goodness, who just crossed the line? Was it Jason Hayes? Yeah, it must have been Hayes. He goes up into 19th. As he pulls off to the side of the road. This will be it for qualifying. If you don't cross the line yet, that'll most likely be it for you. So these final lap times will count. As Frank Castle looks poised to cross the line, he will not be able to pass Nairods. Nairods will stay 5th. Unfortunate for the Swine Flu Syndicate, he will start 6th unless Blunden decides to put an absolute cracker of a lap on. Number 23, that would be Grant Zahara, needs to get to the line here very quickly to start his lap. He will do so. Number 44, poised for 5/10 improvement, loses about 2/10 off that final turn, but if he, nope, the checker flag is out. Whatever time he has will be his. He will be 14th. Next across the line will be 666. He won't be able to start another flying lap. His session is over in 17th. Next across the line will be number 19, Kevin Polnick. Can he show any improvement? No, he cannot. Number 26 and number 7, Ricky Bubby. Ricky Bubby and Gareth Blunden. Blunden isn't showing improvement. However, Ricky Bubby is. He's showing improvement by 4/10 now, maybe 5. As he will bump himself into 16th with that lap. Number 32, Mitchell Nairati, does not look to be showing any improvement as he invalidates, and that will bring us to the race start. We're just going to see if we can pull anybody into qualifying for a post-qualifying interview. However, it will not seem likely. As I do not have access to that channel. But it is all right. We will if I get a message back, I'll let you guys know. But first, we will run through the grid order. That bridge completely screws any view of any of the cars I want to see. So that is unfortunate. But we will start out with the person who has qualified in pole position. Seneca of the Port Gang. 276 in the Porsche will start out in pole position. His rival, understandably so, Jacob Stofko. In the MA70 Esports, all right, you're going to have to get moved to the channel if you can. Hopefully you can move yourself. Where was I at? Burt Macklin, Swine Flu Syndicate. He is currently P3. Just checking to make sure that Nairots doesn't enter my chat. Matt Terry in the BMW. He is currently P4 in the BMW in Bank Motorsport. Mitchell Nairati, number 32 in the McLaren. He's P5. Frank Castle in the Porsche, number 5. He's P6. Gareth Blunden in the Bossacallo. He is P7, number 7 in 7th. Hello, Nairats. How are you doing? How is qualifying for you there?
Qualifying was okay. Apologies for the poor voice reception. I play in VR currently, so I don't want to tab out at the risk of more technical issues.
Yes,
Qualifying was good.
I was actually gonna say, I was in there for when you were having your technical difficulties. Thank goodness you fixed them. With a minute 30 seconds left, what are you hoping for the race start here?
Obviously hoping not to lose any positions to the start. I know the guys around me are pretty fast, but I know that I could take the fight to both of the Swine Foo Syndicates and probably Matt Terry today if I can, keep my head down and keep things smooth, especially at Oulton Park with the McLaren. It's a pretty bumpy ride, even with a soft suspension setup. So I just gotta, keep things clean and, not get too tunnel visioned out there.
All right, I'll let you get back into your chat with ample time. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Bradley Cooper, number 91 of Team Solo Q, is in P8. Shooter McGavin, number 69 in the Shake and Bake, he is P9. Ryan Swanson of the Basakalo, good showing for them. He is number 37 in P10. Up Liger, number 6 in the AFC Course Ferrari, he is 11th. Grant Zahara, Team Solo Q, another good showing by them, both cars in the top 12. Number 23, he is 12th. Kevin Palnick, Fun Racing, number 19, he is in 13th. Herman is Underground Nuts, number 44, in 14th. Don Fossman of the Party Pickles, number 11, is in 15th. Bobby of the Shake and Bake, number 26, is in 16th. I expect a lot of yellow flags. I think it'll get a little bit crazy, especially during the race start. I'm using a race control app, Bookie, so some of the cams will work better than others. Lee Ung, we got to do it fast, of the MA70 Esports. He is in 17th. Breeze, Team On The Rush, is in 18th. Sean Ches, Party Pickles, in 19th. Jason Hayes of the Port Gang in 20th. And Porsche Motorsport, Luka Modric, is in 21st. As all the drivers begin revving their engines, we'll take it with Sunaga and Stavko. Everything is a little crazy right now. The gaps, the gap to the leader and the gap away, as we are going to get ready to cross the line as they go side by side. A little bit of a close-up shot, and the green flag waves here in DRL ACC as it's in a very short run to turn 1. However, Seneca gets by Macklin and everyone else follows in behind. We're going to go to the helicam here to get the best view of all the drivers right now. Actually, we'll switch it up to TV Cam 2 as there is just absolute chaos all around. Frank Castle gets by Nairati. Cooper already has an off. He has to make sure he gets back on track safely, and he does, barely by the skin of his teeth. McGavin Swanson as Bradley Cooper falls. Grant Sahara is going to get up as he falls. Hayes and Fossman pass each other, all so far looking good. Cooper drops all the way down into 12th. 4 other drivers benefiting from it. Everything seems to say the course for right now as Hernandez goes up the inside of Cooper. Good wheel-to-wheel racing as Cooper looks like he'll edge out in that just fine. Everything else seems to be holding the course for right now. Seneca's getting away from Stavko. Stavko doing his best to try and keep up. Macklin, Terry, Castle, and Irati all follow suit in behind. Breeze will get past Fossman up into 17th, as Breeze will also get up the inside of Hayes there and gain a position into 16th. Very late braking from the Team on the Rush driver. McGavin and Blunden diffuser to diffuser. It's going to be a little hectic here as we go into TV Cam 1. Modric falls behind. Hayes gets past Breeze. Castle and Nairati going back to back here, all chasing the same person, all chasing the leader. Modric in the back going a little slowly. Who's the closest driver right now? Fossman falls a little bit behind as Breeze, Leung, and Ches benefit from that. Let's quickly tab into race control. There was a little bit of contact from the race session start as Jason Hayes falls down the order. Breeze, Leung, and Ches benefit from that. Breeze up into 16th. Breeze leading the backpack as there is a top field and a midfield. Blunden leading the midfield. Naradi at the back. Sangia at the front. Macklin falling a little bit behind the leaders right now. So we have a yellow flag. Fossman, I do believe, is off the track. Yes, he is. Unfortunate for him. Hayes is also off the track. All the way in the back. Don't know what happened to them. Fossman, sadly still in the grass, has to wait for Hayes to come by, is down in last place. Zahara catching up to Swanson pretty quickly, as that is Palnick going off the edge and spinning. He is in the middle of the track. That is not a good position for him. He'll just have to wait there for everyone to pass, making sure he doesn't collect any other drivers that go along with him. Castle is right on the back of Terry. Nyrod's trying not to make sure that battle goes away. Zahara on the back of Swanson. Again, trying to make sure that battle doesn't get too far away. Jimenez is going to go side by side with Bradley Cooper here. Bradley Cooper takes the inside, trying to defend from Jimenez. The Latvian sensation right on the back of Cooper just elects to follow him behind right now. That is the closest battle we have right now, is actually Jimenez is going to get past Cooper there due to Cooper possibly out late breaking himself. I was looking over at my monitor, did not see it. Naradi is on the back of Frank Castle. Naradi, as he said, he wants to take it to the Swine Flu Syndicates. You heard him in qualifying. He wants to take it to them today. As Grant Sahara seems to have had an off. Yes, he has. That's unfortunate for him. Same with Oppenheimer. What happened to them? Did they make contact by chance? We'll take a look at the replay here. No, Oppenheimer just goes off on his own, and Grant Sahara sadly had landed into the grass and took a lot of time out with him. Unfortunate for him, he'll fall down into 17th. Jason Hayes has had another off. Unfortunate for him. Now, McGavin is now on the back of Blunden. Naradi never ended up making the pass on his number 11 and number 21. Have they collided by chance? It does not look like it. We'll quickly go back to the Sheena McGavin and Blunden race. Hopefully Blunden doesn't resort to some Harry Potter tactics. Going invisible or flying into the sky would not be ideal for anyone that is on track. Sahara on the back of Lee Ung, getting right to the back of him. What happened there? As Matt Terry accelerates into 4th place. That's weird. That's weird. Freaking me out is Zahara into the final turn, as Lee Ung is going to box very, very early. I wonder what for. He must have damage, so he will get ahead. Stavko and Seneca are right in between each other right now. They're actually the closest battle. There's not. The drivers are starting to beginning to separate right now. So this is what we've wanted. I've wanted a battle for the first position for so freaking long, and now I finally got it. Seneca, Stavko. Stavko, Seneca. This track is notorious for not being able to overtake. Who do you think is going to win this race? Seneca, Stavko, or do you think someone else is going to win this race? Reno thinks Nairati will win. I mean, he'll need a little bit of luck. He'll need to pass Frank Castle first. Push, push, agreed. I would love to see them push, push right now, but with it being so early in the race, we might need to wait it out just a little bit longer. You have to bide your time. You have to be precise. As we take a look at the battles that is closest ongoing right now. The Stavko, Seneca, and then we have Castle and Nairads. You have to be careful. You have to be precise. Any UK drivers? We have a few. I think we have one or two. We have a Latvian driver. This gentleman. So it's a little bit early for him. as Nyrod's is right on the back of Castle, trying to keep both informed. Ooh, Nyrod's is going to lose a little bit of time, not being able to keep up with Castle in that chicane. However, Stofko and Senegar are being matched move for move. Who is going to blink first in this ultimate game of checkers? Good race so far. I'm still rooting for Nyrod's. I mean, I'm a little biased towards Nyrod's, but yeah, car 44 is pretty rapid for an amateur. As I said in the beginning. Oh, is Stofko going to go up the inside here of Sengia? Does not look like it. Looks like he will stick on the back of him for right now. Nyrod's has lost a little bit of time, but he's still within the 1 second mark. Playing some R6 while I watch. I mean, hey, whatever floats your boat there, Renal. So we'll take a look at some of the other drivers who are currently not in battles. We'll take a break from the battling. Personally, we'll look at my favorite cars, Team Solo Q. The nice black and blue, it looks so nice. It looks so beautiful. Funny enough, now that you mention it, the Latvian sensation, what has happened to him? What caused him to spin out here? He's lost 2 places. Oh, he just carried way too much and hit the curb and spun. Unfortunate for him. Stofko has fallen back of Senega, and Nyrod's has also fallen back of Castle. Breeze is actually now... Breeze and Upliger... I'm trying so hard not to butcher this. Is on the back of Sanchez. Ooh, a little bit of a slick drive there. Sanchez makes a mistake. Upliger makes no mistake. Breeze going to be next on the Latvian sensation. Goes a little deep. That's going to allow... Oh, Jimenez has another off. Oh, and makes contact with Sanchez. Taking a look at the top drivers. Breeze is going to come under attack from the Pro-Am driver. Polnick on the back of Jimenez. Latvian sensation having a little bit of trouble. Breeze going a little deep, allowing Upliger to just easily make that pass down and complete. Chez is going to be behind Breeze shortly, and Polnick is already starting to catch Jimenez. I wonder what happened with Breeze. He's now what happened with Nyrod's. He's now 3.4 seconds back of Castle. London not so far behind him. Polnick and Jimenez the closest battle right now. Stofko slowly creeping back up. Ever so slightly. He's just under the 1 second mark. It's currently 12:34 Eastern Time where I'm commentating from. A little bit of track limits there for Jacob Stofko, or at least that would be in my position. Polnick and Stofko, the closest drivers right now to an overtaking position. So, ladies and gentlemen, the one thing that I enjoy the most about this mod that I am using is Hayes is getting very close to Luka Modric. Actually, he probably can get it up the inside here as Modric goes wide. Yep, that was easy as cake for him, as Senega and Stofko are already approaching the back markers. As I can go back and look at contact. We are going to go look at contact between 666, 21, and 7. So we'll take a look at what happened there between those drivers. It was early on in the session. A little bit of contact there. But overall, it looks like nothing happened there. Oh, look at Modric again. Off on the side of the road, trying to make sure that he obeys blue flags, and he's doing a fantastic job of that. Palnick again, trying to chase Jimenez. And Stofko trying to chase for the lead of this race. It's either been Stofko or Seneca. There's never been a type of battle in the preseason. But now that it is the regular season, it is all up for grabs now. It's Frank Castle now is catching to the back of Matt Terry. Breeze catching up to Upliger. Oh, what has happened to Jimenez? Oh, he's off now. Unfortunate for him. Thankfully, he's got a little bit of time before Don Fossman comes into the corner. Oh, he actually goes right into the pits. He's going to take a massive penalty for that, as he just disconnects. Alrighty then. What has happened to Breeze? Breeze has had a tough smash in with the wall there, as he's going to fall a few places. Castle still on the back of Terry. Stofko still on the back there. Unfortunate for the Latvian sensation. What's happened to Luka Modric's had another little bit of an off. Castle catching Terry for fourth. Stofko staying on the back of Seneca for the lead. Their match. Let's watch car number 19. That would be Kevin Palnick. Currently kind of in no man's land. 4.4 seconds back of the car he's near, but 4 seconds ahead of the car chasing him. Take a little bit of a helicopter shot. Castle's now fallen out of the 1 second mark of Terry. I don't know what happened there. But we will take a look at this battle once more. Again, a battle for the lead. This is what Stofko sees right now. Trying to match the Pork Gang driver move for move. One mistake and it's... not one mistake and it's over, but one mistake and you're out of the race lead, that's for sure. Careful of that inside. Oh, Stofko just barely makes that save, as Breeze has had a little bit of an off. We're going to go to the TV1 cam for that. Just barely makes the save. Right now, currently, Modric is in the pits. What happened to Breeze there? He must have had a little bit of an off. So we go back to the times and broadcasting. Nobody currently within the 1 second mark right now. No, it's not impossible. Stofko just needs to work his way back up, especially after that mistake. But that clapping for car 26. Who is car number 26? Ah, Ricky Bobby of the Shake and Bake. Always a fun, wonderful choice for that gentleman. However, I still call him the washer and dryer, shake and spin, because in practice, I don't know what if he got this for Christmas. Alex? I'm just the commentator. They found me on the side of the road and picked me up and was like, can you commentate? And I said, sure. However, that Ferrari is getting closer and closer. Opliger. This is what he sees. He wants that shake and bake. Nope, it's all PC. As Nyrats goes into the pits, I think he's looking to undercut Frank Castle. If I was a betting man, I am not a computer tech person, Alex. I'm sure a lot of the guys here are, but the computer tech is not my forte. If you talk sports or something, I could probably have a conversation, but other than that, not a clue, sir. Grant Sahara is right on the back of Hayes here. Not gonna make a move just yet, but will Opliger go around the inside? Not just yet. He's getting closer though as we get ready for the chicane. Little bit of a run straight here. Is he gonna think about a little bit of a dive bomb? Nope, he's gonna stay right behind him for right now. Experience is showing? Absolutely. Experience both in the car and on track is very key, as Grant Sahara almost has a little bit of an off, but just barely manages to save it. That will affect him trying to catch Hayes. As that is Shooter McGavin now in the pits for the shake and bake. ACC is a game you need 100 hours on minimum. Oh, here we go. Let's see if those hours are going to make key. Did he get a better exit? It sure looks like it. There's going to be a little bit of a run down to a mini straight. Little bit of a bumper tap as Ricky Bobby goes into the grass and misses his braking zone. That allows Opliger to get a little bit of a better exit, and off he goes. Grant Sahara again catching Jimmy Hayes. It looked like contact from our angle. It may not have been. It may have been netcode, but we will let the stewards decide that. Did that show up on race control? I do believe it did. I do believe it did. Currently right now, Pally not so much pain. Yeah, dude, that's a tough race for you. None of your drivers are on Twitch. Well, none of them are streaming currently right now. Breeze actually caught up to Leon quite quickly here. Still. Nope, he is currently 11th. He's just fallen a bit behind. As Bradley Cooper is now in the box, completing the mandatory pit. Oh, Breeze. Oh, Breeze onto the grass as we have synchronized spins for Leon and Breeze. Yeah, Pally Nut, you had a really good practice. You were really You had all the confidence going in, and then just everything seemed to pile on. Everything just seemed to broke. I do believe there is a minimum safety requirement, but as you saw with the Nightbot, if you want to race with us, join the Discord. There is a Discord link in with the Nightbot. Maybe type !Discord. Ah, there it is. There's the Nightbot. As if on cue. Like I said, look at Pally. He's from Latvia. He had 113 ping. Stavko, Macklin, and Castle all in the box. All the pros. Grant Zahara still chasing Hayes. Stavko out of the box now. Right in front of Opliger, who has yet to box. Grant still catching Hayes, having trouble reeling him in right now. Nyrods did his best to try and undercut Frank Castle. Doesn't look like it's worked out for him. This Castle is still ahead. He'll have some making up to do. Yes, it's minimum refuel, minimum tire change. Those are the minimums. Refuel and tire change is the minimum that you have to do for this race. Now, with Stavko boxing, is Seneca gonna box? Did Stavko try and do the undercut? Blunden is now in the box for the Basacalo. As Ricky Bobby will get past Sanchez. Good job by the number 26 driver, moving up into 14th. Blunden and Swanson, both for the Scuderia, are boxing. Stavko goes up into P3. Opliger goes in. Macklin passes all of them in the pits, goes up to 4th. Castle passes all of them in the pits. Nairati was right behind somebody. He's now ahead of somebody. Blunden now done. He comes out of the box. Nairati now 5 seconds back of Frank Castle. Will Terry come into box? That'll be the next great question. He is of the leaders to not box yet. It's past halfway race distance. Ooh, that might have been a little close to speeding in the pit lane. But let's see where Stavko is. Stavko is the battle here. Watching that gap to the leader slowly tick down, slowly tick away. When is Seneca going to be able to be released from the pits? It is now. The undercut not looking so powerful as I suspected. Opliger has a drive-through penalty, most likely for speeding in the pit lane. Stavko isn't as close, but hopefully he can catch up with those tires. As Matt Terry is now going to come out of the box. Where is Nairati going to come out in all this? Castle's going to pass him, but what about Nairod's? Nairod's still in P6. Terry behind Castle. What's happened to Opliger? What happened there? That was a lot of grass. Andy brought out the yellow flag. Oh, he must have had it off. Ricky Bobby, number 26. Sitting in 11th right now. Car 6 drive-through. Most likely for speeding in the pit lane. Or an improper pit stop. There's no gap within a second right now. As there goes for his drive-through penalty. Thankfully, it's a pretty short pit lane. Still has to make a stop, though. Polnick on the back of Sanchez. Car 37 is now on Twitch. Yep, that would be Swanson. Ooh, Polnick with a little bit of a drift. Still looking to try and catch Sanchez. Polnick obeying blue flags, getting out of the way. Might have affected his race, though. Seneca. Oh, Polnick getting right back into it. Right back where they left off. Drive-through punishment hurts the soul. Yep. Reminds me back to F1. Just hurts a lot more than it should. So, Renault, your pick Narad's P6, a good showing for him. Qualified 5th, I think. Yep, qualified 5th, currently in 6th. Good start from him, good showing. This is still the battle to watch, still within a second. Stofko is taking out to the leader. He's taking out a 10th every little bit. Like little tiny chunks, but he needs to be doing more. Especially with 13 minutes left to go in the race, as Polnick thinks about going up the inside on the Party Pickle driver, but backs out of it at the last moment. You want to carry as much speed through that chicane as possible. You want to get a better run than your driver. It's all about the exit here. Hey, track. Oh, if Polnick can get on the throttle, which he's going to, he might have an opportunity here into turn one if he maybe... if he keep... Oh, no. Just needs to keep control of the car, but he will lose out a little bit because of too much up the inside. Stavko was at 9.3. You think he can get fifth back by the end? He's 1.7 back behind Terry, and Terry is 1.5 back behind Castle. It is entirely possible. He just needs a little bit of help. Needs a little bit of assistance. Alrighty. Now, within a second of Terry, you did say he can get that fifth back by the end. Well, here's his opportunity with 12 minutes left to go. If he can catch him. Within 0.5, 0.4. Do you think you can get it, folks? Let me know. Let me know in the chat, because it's going to be close. Polnick's getting back to Sanchez. Stavko is losing out time to Senega. With 10 minutes left to go, he needs to basically gain a second per lap, but I don't think that's going to happen. Quick check on Polnick. Still chasing Sanchez. As Nairez is doing his best to try and catch Terry here with 10 minutes left to go. He's losing time though. He needs to be a bit more strategic. He has the pace. I mean, he just has to do his best. He just has to try and force a mistake out of Terry. Make Terry sweat enough to force a mistake. This Breeze has a little bit of an off. Chez is actually caught up to Ricky Bobby, and Polnick is catched up. It's still PC. It is PC. Breeze. Up, right on the back of Zahara. There's battles all over the track. Breeze into the wall. That's unfortunate for him. Oplager gonna go around the outside. Oh, almost wanted to go out the outside there. Oh, what happened to Nairez? He was right on the back of Terry. Oh, he had a moment, went on the grass. So, he had the pace, but he made the mistake and it cost him. As Chez and Polnick are right almost wheel to wheel. Chez is catching Bobby. Up, Liger. Oh. Polnick has gotten by Chez finally. Ricky Bobby's now at risk as well from both of those drivers. Opliger gonna do his best. He's gonna try and go around the outside. Or in this case, up the inside. Oh, contact, and Opliger can't save it. He's facing the right direction, but he's lost out of place because of it. Breeze and Hayes are slow. We'll go over to Polnick, Chez, and Bobby. Polnick getting the overtake done on Chez. with under 8 minutes to go left in this race. We will pull. Oh, what happened to Ches and Bobby there? What happened to all three of those drivers? Did they make contact? I looked away for 1 second. Oh, Ricky Bobby. Oh! Ricky Bobby has a spin out. Just barely manages to avoid Palnick, but collects Ches in the process. Palnick is going to get away. Ches is going to get ahead of Bobby. Lots of contact. No, almost unavoidable breeze in the box. Tough start for the on the rush driver. I'm just going to figure out who's going to come to the interview desk with us. So obviously, we will probably bring out the race winner. Sanchez has had another off moment, falling further behind Palnick. Ricky Bobby can't take advantage of that moment, though. We will probably bring on Seneca, Terry, and probably Rocker Ace. Swanson, has he had an off moment? Yes, he has. That is a very hard off moment. What happened there is Fossman will get past Leung. Oh, he touched the curb and lost control there. Fossman's going to get past Leung. 16 for 17 points no matter what here. Terry trying to catch Frank Castle for 4th place. He's getting close. With less than 5 minutes to go, pedal is to the metal. The mistakes are magnified. As long as Seneca drives a nice, clean race, he should have this. Oh, what happened to Grant there? Was there contact? He just outbraked himself. Unfortunate for him as he will fall behind into 15th. Opliger still has yet to commit his pit stop, though. Could get disqualified for that if he doesn't do that soon. Terry, oh, he's catching Castle, and he's catching Castle quite quickly. Oh, never mind. Just like that, Castle's gone. He was in within a second, and now he's not within a second. Just gonna let the drivers know that I want to be ready for an interview. Leung will actually get past on Fossman as Fossman collides with the wall. Ricky Bobby. Oh no! What happened? Narati. What happened there with the on the rush driver? Oh, just collects on the grass, a little bit of overspin, and a tag. Blundin's actually gonna. Blundin and Nyrads have actually. Blundin's actually passed Nyrads because of that little incident. Blundin makes it past Nyrads. Nyrads is hoping that Blundin decides to go off. Oh, recovery by Nyrads just saves it. Terry now within a second. The last final 2 minutes of this race are gonna heat up dramatically. As all the drivers are close. Stofko is at an off moment. This might allow Macklin to get back in unless Stofko can realign his car so it can go straight. Thankfully, he does realign his car so it does go straight. And he will keep P2, but that could have been disastrous for Stofko, especially if he had done too much damage to his car. Terry still catching Castle. Nyrod's doing his best to try and keep Blundin in his sights. Ricky Bobby doing his best to keep Sanchez in his sights. A minute 30 to go here. Looks like we will get 2 more laps. Ricky Bobby doing his best to get to Sanchez. Is he going to think about it here? No, he's not. Narati, is he going to think about it here? No, he's not, but he's going to stick right onto the back of Blundin and hope Blundin makes a mistake. This is what the passenger would see if he was in Nairati's car. Mistakes in the final minute are big. Nairas just needs to do his best. Not lose control of the car. Unfortunate for him, the dirty air maybe carrying too much speed. Ricky Bobby goes wide up the inside of Sanchez and loses control. He went for it all and did not pay off. He went for it. He went for the lunge and it didn't pay off at all. Unfortunate for him is he's actually going to lose out another position because I do believe he spun again. Oh, him and Breeze might have had a collision. Nyrads has another spin. He might lose positions to Shooter McGavin, but I think he might be okay. Terry is right on the back of Castle. This is not going to be the checkered flag as Oplager going to try his best to go for Ricky Bobby. Ricky Bobby forcing himself to take wide action. I don't know how the stewards will view that. Narati just... Yeah, it's just absolute chaos out of nowhere. As we will focus on this, we'll keep an eye on the other battles. But this is the moment. This is the race. This is the battle for P4, Castle, and Terry. Oplager has a moment, and he goes off. He's going to lose places to Grant Sahara, who says, thank you very much. I will take that indeed. Shooter McGavin is absolutely chomping at the bit to try and get Nyrads. Terry chomping at the bit to try and get Frank Castle. This is his moment. This is the final lap to do so. Sunaga, who it was never in doubt after he took pole position. It was close for a minute, but it wasn't close anymore as he wins at Oulton Park to take the first race of the season. Is this going to be the moment? Is Terry going to dive up the inside? Nope, he's going to stay on the back of Frank Castle. Bradley Cooper will finish this race along with 37 and 668. But where is Terry? He's going to have to make the move at some point. He's running out of time. He's running out of places to make the move. Same with Shooter McGavin. He's running out of time. Terry has to make the move at some point. He has one final corner to do so, but I think he's out of time. The move to do it was there in the chicane, but I do not think it's going to be enough as Castle looks to take fourth. Stofko takes second. Macklin takes third. Castle will take fourth. Terry will take fifth. McGavin had a little bit of an off. That's going to keep him away from Nyrads. As long as Nyrads can just keep it on the track for the last 2 corners, Blunden will take 6th. Nyrads just gets the car around the corner. He'll take 7th. McGavin will take 8th. Cooper, Swanson, Ches, 9, 10, 11. Ricky Bobby, I believe, would be 12. I'm missing a driver for some reason. Grant Zahara finishes 13th. Leung 14th. Fossman 15th. Hayes 16th. Oppenheimer, even though it says 16th, I think he finishes 17th or 18th. He might be disqualified for not completing his thing. Breeze will finish 17th and Modric will finish 18th, and I'm pretty sure Oppenheimer will be disqualified. Now, stay back, folks. We might get a few interviews here. We're going to check on the drivers if they want to post-race interview.
Hello.
Hello, nice to meet you, Breeze. A little bit of a rough session out there for you in your first race of the season. Tell me, obviously it doesn't feel any good, but tell me how you feel.
Not good, because I know I can do better. I made a lot of silly mistakes out there. I wasn't racing like myself. But it's early season. There's lots of races ahead of us. I just have to put in the time and effort to make sure this doesn't happen again.
Yeah, you had a couple spins. There's a little bit of chaos on the track. Unfortunate for everyone involved there. But how do you feel you can learn from this race and take it on into next week?
Well, races like this are always good at testing your mindset and your patience, and I believe that if you can stay calm and keep your head down in a race like this, then it's always a learning experience. It helps with the patience. It'll help with overtakes later.
Your teammate especially had a little bit of had a few spins. Was it just tires? Was it just lack of was it the pressure maybe, or was it just this track is just extremely difficult to drive?
I'd rather not comment.
Fair enough.
The track is quite difficult though, and I will say that the McLaren is probably the bumpiest car on track.
Well, here's hoping you have a very good race next week. Thank you so much for the interview, and
Thank you
good
very
luck
much
next
for
week.
having me. Yep.
Oh, actually, never mind. We're gonna get Fast Sam first. All right.
Hello.
All right. So
I got tagged in paddock. So
yes, You won the race. Congratulations. Was there ever a doubt that you wouldn't win?
I was worried that Jacob would catch up to me. I did see that during in our first stint, he had outdone his own quali lap within the race. So I was quite worried. But after the pit stop, just sealed the deal.
I was watching, and a lot of the drivers tried to undercut here, but it didn't seem to work. It almost actually was easier to go for the overcut than it was the undercut. Did you feel that same way? Because you went for the over.
I have done quite a bit of league racing, and if you are towards the front, probably the first third of the pack, the overcut is the best strategy, and that's exactly what I did.
Because I watched as Nyrads tried to undercut Castle and just ended up actually losing out a place because of it. So how are you gonna look to carry this momentum into next week?
Well, just more practice. Let's see if I can continue to outdo Jacob, because he's a fast boy.
Yes, he is the actual pro driver. So
Indeed.
any thoughts on the race today before leaving?
Yeah, just focused on trying not to die, and it seemed to work.
All right, thank you very much, Samuel. Good job on the race, and
Thank
see
you
you
for
next
having
week.
me.
Matt
See ya.
Terry, first in the pro-ams. How did you feel out there?
Well, pretty good. I had pretty good pace, and then I was shoot for fourth, but I had a terrible pit stop, so that kind of put the kibosh on all that.
I will say you did have a chance to get past Castle. Right before that chicane, you were right on his bumper. Why did you not try and go up the inside there?
I did. Yeah, so that one, if you clip that curb, it's kind of over it. And so on the so I just didn't go for it. I think it's at the end of the day, I was in first place for my class, so better not risk it for both of us.
I mean, that makes sense. You make a choice to stay alive, fight another day. Maybe he has a moment on the other end. Maybe he has a moment in the last corner, and then you can take it there. But take me through that pit stop. Were you hoping that the overcut would work?
No, I just don't even have a strategy. I just kind of drive until I don't have gas, which usually works. But yeah, in this instance, I mean, my lap times weren't falling off at all either. So yeah, I think if I just hadn't missed my pit box and reversed into it, and then reversed out of my pit box, I'd have saved some time.
How are you looking to carry this momentum into next week? You were first in the program. Do you think you can do that again next week?
We'll see. We'll see. I'm not even sure what the track is, but I don't know. I'm just out here having fun, taking it one race at a time.
All right. Thank you very much, Matt Terry, and congratulations, 5th place, but first in your pro-am class.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yep. All right, folks. It has been an honor. DRL ACC from Oulton Park. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful night.